And I've been asked to mention an emotion that has driven me in my life or in my work, and that I find quite difficult. I will go with two. I'm going to be cheeky. I'm going with two. One is curiosity. Is curiosity an emotion? I think with my former mentors, I would have a long debate about that. I think it is, because it motivates me to find out more. And it can also counteract, I think, a number of other emotions, such as overcoming any hesitation or anxiety that you may have. So I think curiosity really has driven me in my work, trying to find out. I think I share that pretty much with any researcher, really, trying to find out more. And hopefully also finding out things that can we then share with other people and provide them also some more information about that. So curiosity is an emotion that really has driven me in my work. What I've studied is not so much curiosity itself, it's rather driven by curiosity. But what I've studied in the research that I've done, certainly over the last 20 odd years, I've studied really the regulation of negative emotion, particularly anxiety or fear-related emotions or distress. And that's really what my current work is all about as well, is trying to understand why some individuals are better at emotion regulation than others, and what drives those individual differences in regulating that different types of negative emotions, all in the service of really, hopefully, enhancing our well-being or improving our happiness and well-being as well. So far in the last 20 odd years, I've really been focusing on processes to dampen negative emotion, to downregulate any fear. And that really, lately I've come to realize that just focusing on downregulating negative emotion perhaps also just is not flexible enough. I think we really need to focus on the extent to which negative emotion can help us at times as well. And therefore enhancing negative emotion or letting negative emotions being felt is not necessarily a bad thing and something that we need to regulate all the time. So now I'm really focusing on our current and future work, the work that is planned ahead of us, to really focus on flexibility. Like when the context asks for it, what emotion should we experience? What shall we let go? What shall we regulate? What do we need to change by thinking differently about the event? Those sorts of processes. And how does flexibility work? Who is more flexible? Does that change as a function of aging? When we get older, are we more driven by habits? How can we inhibit these habits in order to really remain flexible, to remain mostly adaptive to the world that we have? So that's really what we're focusing on in my group, in my lab. Hi, my name is Carien van Reekum. I'm a professor of psychology and neuroscience at the School of Psychology and Clinical Language Sciences at the University of Reading. That's quite a mouthful. And I'm really looking forward to my presentation on the 11th of February in Geneva as part of the Brain Forum, where I'll be talking about emotion flexibility.